Welcome guys to Mozzie Plays Minecraft, episode 68. We're in a new world, all new, brand new, and that was a little montage of me setting myself up. I wanted to get sort of set up first so that we had plenty of resources and you know, gear and things right from the start, because I didn't want to start again as far as doing an episode, oh today we found diamonds and today we did this. I wanted to get up and running as quickly as possible, so I'm pretty happy with where I'm at right now as far as I've got some diamond gear, I've got enchanted stuff, so there's a sword I've got, sharpness 5, unbreaking 3, knockback 2, mending, unbreaking 3, silk touch, efficiency 5, mending, and I've got a few nice bows and a couple nice fishing rods as well. So I've got enough to get us started anyway, and I wanted to make sure that we're up to a point where we can get right into doing some cool things. Let's have a quick look around the world while I explain what's been going on. So this is our little fishing hut that I set up, and this is just one of those AFK fishing huts. OP for sure, but it was a good way to get started, and I've got myself a bunch of yummy books and all sorts of gear here, so that's really good. Good to get us started. I just finished this enchanting table, so I've got an enchanting table now that I can use. Let's go back across. So we spawned in a savanna biome, and it's actually pretty good. We've got a few cool things that made me choose this world. This world was the very first seed that I tried. It's not one that I had looked up. I just put in a random word and came up with this seed, which I'm pretty happy with. So we've got obviously lots of plains here. There's a village just over there. We spawned on the other side of this little hill here, and I've just been setting up, obviously you've seen in the intro there, I set up a little home there just to get started. We've got a desert just over there, and we've actually got some really cool formations over here, which I'm really excited about. I should have probably showed you that before. These ones, we've got some nice islands in the middle of this ocean over here. Now, before you ask, unfortunately, the closest coral biome I could find is very, very far away. So we'll have to maybe go on an expedition there at some point if we want some coral. But you can just see it over in the distance there. There is an island structure over there, which I think is going to be where we set up a big above ground base. And I'm thinking like some kind of a skyscraper slash resort style looking thing over there. And obviously I've got this little fishing hut which I've got to beautify, and I was thinking of a little house up on the top of the hill here, which is probably one of the first things we'll start on. And then obviously I need to, let me show you this this harbour over here. This is really cool. Okay, so this is really cool. This is where the village is, and we've got this little natural harbour here, which is awesome. I think it looks really cool. There's like a little ring around here. There's a little shipwreck over here as well, and I'm thinking building up this village a little bit, making it a bit of a harbourside town, maybe building a giant boat in here. That would be cool. Probably knock down all of this and make that a bit more accessible, and maybe some more buildings over here. So this is sort of my idea. I want to maybe make like a little coastal town harbour thing here. Big resort looking thing over on the island there, which is just out of range, so I'll probably end up playing with a little bit higher chunk render. Some other cool things, there is a... Oh, is that the same shipwreck? Yeah, it must be. There is a guardian temple just outside of render distance over there. And there is a giant ocean with heaps of islands everywhere. There's also a witch hut, which is about, I think it's about 600 or 700 blocks over in that direction. So that'll be good for getting witch drops and also some slimes in the early game. So we'll go over there. This whole ocean is quite a large ocean, and yeah, as I said before, there's lots of little islands dotted around everywhere. So I think it's going to be pretty cool to start with, and I'm pretty excited. I haven't played in a new world for, well, years, literally years. Oh, there's a turtle. So yeah, this is what the new world looks like, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that little intro. And I've got a little project to start on straight away. I want to build a tiny little bridge just across here to get to the fishing hut. So this is how I get across at the moment. I've just got some lily pads and I've got some spruce here that I want to make a bridge from, and I had to go all the way over across the ocean to a cold biome, which is over about 1,000, maybe 1,500 blocks on the other side to get some spruce. And yeah, while I'm building that, let's just talk briefly about what's going on. So why haven't I uploaded anything for quite some time? Well, basically, the short answer is I was very busy, and I know that's not a great reason, but I had a lot of things go on. So I had a new house built in that time. I've been married in that time. I got a dog, and lots of things happened at work as well in my day job. So I got a few promotions, and there was just a lot happening, and it proved difficult to actually, you know, find a reason to justify spending time playing Minecraft, which I'm trying to get back to now because I've got things a little bit more stable and a little bit more predictable. And so that's what I intend on doing, and the upload schedule probably won't be amazing, but I think I'm going to try and do just some more things that interest me, that I really want to try. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So I'm thinking of using these trapdoors as a bridge, and I think it's going to look really cool. I just have to work out exactly how to do it. Okay, so it looks like in the design I actually had some different material, but that's alright. We'll see how this looks anyway. Yeah, so I'm excited to try some new things. I did manage to get a new elevator design which broke for a short time. But it looks like it works again now, and you might have already seen that. It's actually like a really small, really small elevator, and I think that's what we're going to use in our big tower that I'm going to build. So I'm going to try and do a lot more above ground this time around, because going underground is... I like the idea of not being able to see anything, like nothing obvious, and then you go underground and all of a sudden you've got this huge big thing. But it's just so hard to do that. It's a lot of work. So I'm gonna try and do... Oh, that wasn't meant to go there. I'm gonna try and do things a little bit different this time around, and it's obviously going to be a bit better to get episodes out if I don't have to continually dig giant holes, which is what I spent most of the last time doing. So trying to get up here. So these ones, I think they need to go up on top. And are they going the right way? Yeah, that's the right way. So these trapdoors look really cool, I think, especially for this sort of a bridge situation. And I don't know if this... Oh, wow. I'm going to use these ones. There we go. So I want to try and get... I'm going to have to work out how to do this. I might have to walk backwards. Does that line up? Or, yeah, that works. Although these ones go horizontal and these ones go vertical, so maybe I should change it. Anyway, we'll get through and we'll have a look and see what it looks like. Okay, getting there, guys. So I just wanted to check if you can actually go under this bridge in a boat. Yes, you can. Okay, awesome. That's good. I didn't actually check that before I designed it, but so let's have a look what I've got over here. So I've got a bit of a support post, and it goes down into some cobble. And this new waterlogged block feature is pretty cool. Means you don't have those ugly borders around the fences anymore. And then I've got these stairs on the side, sort of like a bearer. And I think that's what we'll probably end up doing on this side here as well. So we'll get rid of this one. And we'll put another stair there and see what it looks like. Oh. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks alright. I could probably do with... Yeah, I think in the world where I designed it, this was actually dark oak. So a bit darker, and so was this. This was a bit darker, and I think that's probably what we need to do. But I think it's practical. As for the ends, I've got this end as one option. So we've just got slabs all the way up. And on the other end... By the way, this is cool if you're getting chased by something. You can just put up your own little border, and they'll fall straight through. Yeah, so that was what that end. This end has the trapdoors here, a bit more of a gradual step. No, I don't like it. I think 3 slabs all the way up looks the best. So let's do that. Get rid of these, and we'll put slabs in here. So I'm going to try and be a little bit more creative with some of this stuff. I tend to be a more of a technical player. I would call myself more of a technical player, but I want to try and get a little bit more creativity into some of these builds, because often my builds are technical but they're not very attractive, so I'm going to try and get a bit more of that into it. And I think this is, note to self, you can't eat while running on this bridge. Okay, cool. Awesome. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. And when we find some dark oak, I think there's a dark oak forest over there. I might get some, and we'll try and sort of redo this. I'll go through and put the rest of these beams in, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so there we go, guys. I think that looks pretty cool. Got the pylons that go down into the ground, and I just changed up the pattern on the top. Let's have a quick look at that as well, just to put these sort of breaks in it so they go across the other way, like a breaker board, just to break up the pattern a little bit. And yeah, I think it's a pretty practical little footbridge. And of course you can go under it with the boat. I think I definitely need to change these guys out for something darker though. So I reckon we'll do that at some point. Oh, someone's throwing a trident at me. Hey. I was wondering what that sound was. Okay, I've never seen these guys before, so I'm not sure how you sort of deal with them. I guess you need to shoot them with an arrow or something. Let's have a look. Let's have a try. Wow, they do quite a large amount of damage. I've got knockback on my sword as well, so there we go. It might be tricky to deal with these guys until... Oh, he dropped it. Oh, awesome. I've never used one of these before. Okay, cool. Let's go have a look. And you can't pick these up, hey, because yeah, he's thrown them. I've never used one of these tridents before, so let's have a quick little look at it. Unbreaking and loyalty. Oh, it's nearly broken. How do you fix them? Can you put mending on them? Do I have a mending book I can put on there? Efficiency. Tell me to stop if you see mending. Looting through. Ooh, I didn't know I had that. That's interesting. I should probably... Can I put that on my sword? I should check that. Mending. Oh, impaling. That's interesting. I assume that's for the trident. Like I said, I'll be pretty new to all this stuff, so... Efficiency, smite, loyalty, sweeping edge, smite, blah 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 blah. Nope, no mending. Okay, well in that case, I better put this thing in here because, yeah, it's got 5 durability, so I won't be able to use it at all. But that's cool. Unbreaking and loyalty, cool. Never actually seen that before, so I'll have to try and get a mending. Actually, maybe I've got a mending book in here that I haven't cleaned out yet. Lots of fish. No, it looks like I've cleaned all the books out. That's okay. I can deal with that. Okay, so I just did a little bit of research, and it looks like you can actually turn a zombie spawner into a drowned spawner. Well, you don't turn it into a drowned spawner, you just turn the zombies that come out of it into drowned. And I think you can just pick up, you can kill those guys and just get tridents off those guys. So, I'll show you what I've got, and you probably saw a little bit there in the intro when I nearly died. By the way, I haven't died yet, touch wood. I haven't died yet. I came very close in that intro. You saw I got down to half a heart. So that's the closest I've been to dying. But over here is my little hovel in the side of the hill. And we'll probably preserve this for the future. These are all the first tools that I made. And this is just some junk that I've collected. I've got 14 diamonds at the moment. And the sun is going down. So down in here, we have a zombie spawner right here. So that is cool. We should be able to use this to make our drowned spawner, and I think that is a good option pretty early on here. I will also show you, I'm just going to go and sleep briefly. I'll show you what else I've got. Let's get out of here. Okay. So yeah, we've got a zombie spawner here. And if I go this way, I haven't shown you guys this part yet. So over this way is the mine, the strip mine that I've been working on. So that's straight through there, just next to that hill, and that's actually in 0-0 territory. So that's cool. So here, where I've marked, is another zombie spawner. I don't think they're close enough to make it a dual spawner. Although, oh, are they? Can I check that? Let's see. What are we here? So it's definitely over that way. So negative 97, and let's see what this other one says. Okay guys, so a minor issue, but this mob spawner is really good in distance that direction. It's only 26 blocks away, so I could stand in between and activate them both. But in this direction, it's almost 60 blocks away, so we won't be able to have a dual spawner. So I'm going to leave this one for now, and I'm probably going to work on the other one. I've got an idea for a new type of zombie spawner, considering the changes in this update where undead mobs will sink in water, and we've got the bubble columns, and that's going to make things interesting. So I've got a new design that I thought I might try out. And to do that, I'll have to go to the Nether and get some soul sand. So let's do that. I have not been to the Nether yet, so this will be my first time. I have no idea what is there in terms of fortresses or anything. So hopefully we've got a good first look. Let's go and have a look. Okay, here we are. Soul sand here, which is good. I can't immediately... Wow, I'm right on the edge of a lava lake by the look of it. So yeah, it doesn't look fantastic. I might just... Oh, it's a bit laggy while it's rendering. Sorry about that. Let's just have a quick look up over this hill and see if there's a fortress here nearby. Is it called a fortress? I can't even remember what the things are called anymore. Yeah, no. Okay. Cool, I'm just going to get some soul sand and we'll get back to doing this. Oh, that would have been close. I ran straight across there, I'm pretty sure. Oops. So yeah, I'm going to get some soul sand and we'll see if we can get this mob spawner sorted out. Alright, well, I've got the soul sand, and yeah, that's disappointing. That was a pretty rough start to the Nether. There's not a great first portal location, so hopefully when I move the portal to where it's going to live forever, I get a slightly better situation. There is a skeleton over there. Okay, so I've been looking around a lot on mob spawner, mob grinder type things with the little dungeons and things, and just seeing how people have come across how to solve the issue now that undead mobs sink in water. Because it used to be you just put a little column of water all the way up and they just swim up and then it's all good. And from what I can tell, a lot of people tend to leave a gap between where the water finishes here and like where the water goes and then where the other one starts and it goes up, and they just rely on the zombies to push each other in. I've seen a couple that had villagers, and that's an idea that I had as well, to have a villager and have them drawn to the villager. But I've come up with a different idea which I want to try. It's untested, but I want to use the bubble columns, which is why I had to get the soul sand. But let's cover this in. So let's see if I can demonstrate this. I've got two water streams at the end here. One goes this way, and one under the deck here goes this way, and they both meet up and push into this corner. There's a small drop here, and if you watch when I fall into the drop, I get pushed right into the corner here where these blocks are. So the idea is that I'm going to put a bubble column in this corner, and if you didn't know, you can put a bubble column in here and use these walls. You don't actually go in the water, you just catch the edge. It's sort of like how the old water elevators used to work back in a long time ago. I wasn't even around back then. I never even played Minecraft when water elevators were a thing. But I'm pretty sure you used to just push into the corner of a water column and it used to send you up. So that's what I'm going to do, and let's see if we can have a quick demo. I'm going to have to go get some water. I'll just do one block because that should be enough to show you what I mean. Let's climb out of here. And we'll go up here, we'll grab a bucket of water and we'll give it a try. So we will put the bucket of water just there. Bubble start. Should we get another one? Yeah, let's get one more bubble. One more bucket of water. Okay. Let's put that in here. There we go. So now we've got a good test, and you can see that sort of goes up to a point there as well. So let's imagine we've got our water that starts from here, pushes all the zombies down here into this channel, and they drift, drift, drift. As they fall into here, they get pushed down and into the corner, and they go up. And so we're going to have a bubble column all the way up, and then at the top they'll just spit out at the top into a little, you know, 2x1 container where we can turn them into drowned, or we can kill them, or whatever we want to do. So I'm going to finish this off and get it right up to the surface, and then I'll take a ride in it and make sure that it works. But I think it's going to work. Okay, I think I've got it set up enough ready for a quick test, just using myself as a test dummy. Let me just light this up a bit. So I would release all of this water here. The zombies will fall down into here. And I'm not touching my keyboard at the moment, just letting myself float down, get to this bit, into the water stream, up and over, still not touching my keyboard, into the hole. I think that will work, and I think we're far enough away from the spawner that it won't affect the rates. But if we're not, we can always just move this out a bit further. Now, this is pretty crude at the moment, but I think the general idea is there. So, what I guess we'll do next is I'll close this up. It doesn't look great at the moment. I'll close it up and then we'll run it and see if it actually works. And if it does, then I know I can come back and make it look a bit nicer, make an on-off switch and all that sort of thing, which we normally do. But yeah, I think this is a cool little design. And I haven't really seen anyone else do it yet, but there might be someone out there that's already done this, but I think this is probably the best way to go about it. That way you've got constant flow, there's no stopping, and there's no, you know, waiting for zombies to push each other in. It'll just go. And I think they'll transfer out of the area quick enough that it won't affect spawn rates too much. So yeah, next thing I'm going to do is just get this ready to go. I'll knock all the torches off, let the water go, box it all in, and hopefully we get some results. Okay guys, here we go. I'm just knocking out the lights now. Wait for these guys to spawn, and I think it'll be fairly quick. Let's hope I don't die in the process of making this, because that would be annoying. Okay, get rid of these. Actually, maybe I'll get rid of those in a second. Let's get rid of this one first. Here we go. Alright, let's get rid of that. And we'll get rid of this. I just realized I forgot to get rid of the water first. It's probably fairly important. So let's see if we can survive this. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of these. And that, I think, is that it? Is there... There's a torch just here. There we go. So they're probably, hopefully, all landing in this hole over here. Oh, not quite, but that's alright. They're in the right area. Oh, that's because the hole's not actually open. There we go. Let's see if they actually go in there. They probably won't. They'll probably try and get out of the sun initially. Can we see what's going on? Okay, so, yep. So these guys are spawning. And how are they going? Yep, straight up and into the hole. And it looks like they're going to burn to death. Okay, interesting. Let's wait and see another couple come up. Okay, so it appears to be working. Apart from this collection method, which I guess we'll change it up, but the zombies are getting up here okay. So that's good. Okay, looks like there's a tiny issue here with how I've set up the end. They're not quite getting off, stepping off properly. So that's alright. I think that just means I'll have to get them up a bit higher. So they'll come up a bit higher, because I think they're getting stuck on the... Oh, what was that? Oh, he turned into a drowned. I think they're getting stuck on top of the walls, and they're not going any further. But, yeah, that seems to be working quite well. So I think that'll probably do for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for coming by and watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the intro, and you're enjoying the new world so far. I've got a lot of cool things in mind, and yeah, definitely let me know in the comments if you think there's anything we need to look at right away. I want to try and make a bit of a job board and put up all the jobs we've got to get to, so we can keep track of them. But getting this spawner set up and working well is probably a good thing to start with. I then need to make a normal mob spawner somewhere over in the ocean, I imagine, so I can start getting some other mob drops that I can use. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.